Our next piece is Esprit de Corps, written by Robert Jager. It's in honor of Colonel Bourgeois, who was a famous leader of the United States Marine Band. My favorite part about this piece is usually you get a tempo at the beginning, like Allegro or Presto or something like that. And composer wrote here, Tempo di Bourgeois. So this is the tempo of Colonel Bourgeois, maybe. We'll see. We hope you guys enjoy. This is Esprit de Corps. This is a really neat piece we're doing next. We've done it a few times in our past. We bring it back because it's a very special piece. I'm going to try and paraphrase for you. Incheon is dedicated in loving memory of the composer's father, a heroic veteran of the Korean and Vietnam conflicts. Staff Sergeant Benjamin F. Smith, U.S. Army retired, laid to rest at Arlington National Cemetery in Washington, D.C., May 2000. This work honors Sergeant Smith and his fellow heroes and commemorates the 50th anniversary of the Korean conflict. You're going to visualize with me, if you will, when you hear this piece. It's going to open up with the sounds of the shore, the ocean lapping at the sand. It's going to be very tranquil and peaceful. And you're going to hear the sound of the helicopter coming from a distance. On June 25th, 1950, the North Koreans invaded the South, striking an overwhelming force. Without warning, they crushed the unprepared Republic of Korea. They were only contained by the entry of the United States, quickly supported by the United Nations. For a time, the issue was in doubt. So on September 15th, the 1st Marine Division, under the command of Major General Oliver Smith, led the 1st Major Force into the North Korean occupied territory with a surprise amphibious assault at Incheon. The 1st Marine Division reconnaissance made the first helicopter landing on Hill 812 to relieve the ROK 8th Division during the renewed fighting. In 5 days of textbook-style campaigning, the division closed in Seoul, the South Korean capital. In house-to-house fighting, the Marines wrested the city from its communist captors by September 27th. And on October 7th, 1950, with the North Korean forces in full retreat, the Incheon-Seoul campaign was formally declared closed. The composer writes, he says, with the observance of the 50th anniversary of the Korean conflict and the recent passing of my father, the composition process has been an intense and emotional experience. I hope the veterans in your audience are as moved as I have been during the writing of this piece. I hope that you and your ensemble and your audience find Incheon to be a rewarding musical experience. Best wishes for a successful performance. It's important to note that this composer has written many, many band pieces, and there's not a band person alive that has not played a piece by Robert W. Smith, and he passed away this fall. So we'll dedicate this piece to him and to his father, and of course all our veterans. So I hope you enjoy Incheon. Yes, I didn't finish explaining the piece. Sorry. So we have the helicopter flying in. You're going to hear some themes that will draw you directly to the Korean War, and there are some battle implements, and so I want to prepare you for that. So this might be a little bit of a shocking piece, so loud at times. So please enjoy. Incheon.
Good evening. My name is Ben Alexander, and I have the incredible privilege and opportunity each day to serve as your kids, our kids' principal. And I want to say thank you so much for coming out this evening. I want to say thank you to our families, to our veterans, and I want us, if we could, take a moment to give another round of applause for these musicians, singers, and these cadets here with us this evening. What you've heard tonight, the growth that you've seen, the amazing music that you've heard could not be possible without the incredible abilities of our teachers. So I'd like you to please give a hand to Mr. Dotson, our band director, Mr. Haney, our chorus teacher, and Colonel Wise, our JROTC instructor. Our next song will be the Armed Forces Salute. And through this song, we'll play each of the ensembles from the Army, Coast Guard, Marine Corps, Air Force, and Navy. And when I call your respective branch of the military, if you serve, have served, or have had family members that serve, please take a moment to stand. Thank you, Mr. Dotson. States Army, please stand. The United States Coast Guard, please stand. the United States Navy. Please stand. Another final applause. Thank you.
Good evening. I am Cadet Zinde Aiken from A.C. Reynolds High School, JROTC. As you entered the auditorium, you may have noticed this table, raised to call your attention to its purpose. It is reserved to honor our missing loved comrades. Set for four, the empty places represent our men and women missing from each of the four services: Army, Navy, Marine Corps, and Air Force. This honor ceremony symbolizes that they are with us here in spirit. As the honor guard places each of the four service covers on an empty plate, I would like to ask you to consider the sacrifices of our soldiers, sailors, airmen, and Marines, and the sacrifices of all who have gone before them. United States Army. Mark Allen of Asheville, Specialist 4, Recon, E Company, 2nd Battalion, 196th Infantry Brigade, killed in action in South Vietnam, Quang Nam Province, on 26th January 1972. United States Marine Corps. Michael Dutcher of Asheville, Corporal, 1st Battalion, Headquarters 5th Marine Regiment, 1st Marine Division. Killed in action in Helmand Province, Afghanistan, on 15th of September, 2011. United States Navy, Eugene Freeman of Asheville. Fireman Apprentice, E2, Destroyer, USS Brush, missing in action on September 26th, 1950, near Tancheon, North Korea. United States Air Force. Edward Guthrie Jr. of Asheville, 1st Lieutenant, 95th Bomber Squadron, 17th Bomber Wing, missing in action over North Korea on November 14th, 1952. At this time, I would like to explain the meaning of the items on this special table. The table is square, representing the four corners of the globe to which our military forces are currently deployed. The tablecloth is white, symbolizing the purity of their motives when answering the call to duty. The single red rose displayed in a vase that reminds us of the life of each of the missing and their loved ones and friends who keep their faith and their memory alive. The vase is tied with a yellow ribbon, a symbol of our continued determination to account for those still missing and bring them home. A slice of lemon on each plate to remind us of the bitter fate of those killed or those captured or still missing and bring them home in a foreign land. A pinch of salt symbolizes the tears endured by those who have lost a loved one or those still missing and their families who seek answers. The glass is inverted to symbolize their inability to share a toast in this ceremony. The chairs are empty, these heroes are no longer with us. Let us now render honors with a salute to America's fallen heroes and our POW MIAs, and to the success of our efforts to account for them and bring them home. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Honor Guard, present arms. Order arms. Detail, fall out.
Thank you all for coming tonight. We hope you will enjoy our last song, Stars and Stripes. This is our national march. I hope you will sing along with us on this piece. Thank you all. It's been an incredible year for band and chorus, and a great year for the Rockets in general. Please be safe going home. Go Rockets!